My passion for this work really stems from moving in and out of these systems that remind us constantly of who matters and who's a nobody. And when we control for everything, it's always boils down to the things that we cannot control. Our race, our gender, how much money we make, where we live, where we started off from. And these systems are all controlled by people, which we have the opportunity to influence. We often talk about companies as if the leaders of the companies can't change the outcomes. I do know that companies and institutions are perfectly designed to get the outcomes that they get, which means that we can change them. We can blow them up. We can dismantle them, we can redesign them, and the people who lead them can make those transformations and make those changes. And I'm passionate about working with those leaders who are willing to transform systems and themselves to make them better, so we can not predict who the nobodies are, especially around the things that we cannot control. Have you heard the saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast? Turns out it eats strategy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if it's not done right, it will devour everything within its path. Over the last 15 years, I've worked in many organizations that had espoused to have welcoming, diverse, and inclusive organizations, only to have experienced turning myself into a pretzel, only to fit where I was barely thriving. Code switching, conservative dress. There was one time I was dressing down, straight hair, working well underneath my potential, not doing my very best work. And it wasn't just me. There were many people like me. Underworking, underperforming, because they just didn't belong. And so for several years, I've been working with companies to change that, to find the flexibility to where their environments, to where their culture was flexible to welcome and retain the people at their very best, doing their very best work and not suffocating them or pushing them out. As a mother of 2 girls, one's a woman now, and one is a little, I have to do my part. If I don't do anything, I have to do my part in understanding how organizations work and hopefully creating a blueprint for ensuring that there's a place somewhere where they can thrive and that they can belong, and that there's a site for learning about fair treatment and equity. And maybe one day, some of these companies will be discrimination-free zones where there are high levels of respect, everyone's contributions are valued, and everyone belongs. My ideal client is the ever-ambitious Black woman leader who has just accepted a new leadership role, either in a new environment or have been promoted in their current environment. Often these roles are stretch roles, so they have never performed this level of leadership previously, or they are stepping into an organization that is in crisis mode. And so I walk alongside them to look at and try to uncover what is the fix for this particular issue with precision and purpose. We work together to identify what are their superpowers that we can deploy and how they need to build systems around them to navigate the weather that they are about to endure.